Mods are back for Farming Simulator 25, and today we've got 45 of them. All platforms got 20 new and 17 updates. Gosh, it's 37 mods. And PC and Mac players got 7 new and 1 update, so 8 still there. If there's any you'd like to see first, definitely check those timestamps. Otherwise, let's jump right in. Starting off today, we've got a new map for all platforms from Matt and the Shanty Boys. We have Maizy Farms. This is primarily a fictitious farming map with some forestry. There's 3 farms on the map, each with a different feel in a nice sized forestry area for those winter months. Or if you get bored with farming, try playing a multiplayer with your friends or by yourself, so they say. Very cool map. It's very wide, very open, pretty basic as well, making things kind of, well, to be fair, nice and easy for you. We do have some what looks to be dump spots here. Not quite sure how that one's floating or not, but it does extend this out, so it is flat with that. Whatever that's for, I have no idea. It's neat, though. It's very neat. One of the farms here is very, very cool. Got some really interesting stuff going on up here. Let's take a look at the PDA and see what we get from there. So here is your PDA itself. If we bop around over, we could see what we get in new farmer mode, which is a decent chunk, to be fair. We get all of this. Plus, we get all of this area in and around all of that. Now, why is that? Well, because our main farm is on all of that farmland. So that includes these 2 fields down here, which there's nothing in right now. The primary forestry areas, though, are down here at the bottom of the map, way down there. It's a good chunk, and we've got some waterways coming through there, which is really neat. I always like seeing that. So anytime you get a chance to drive across a bridge at Farm Sim, definitely do it. The sawmill is also pretty cool looking as well. Now with everything else, it is base game stuff. Stuff from Riverbend Springs has been taken in here, added to it, rearranged, stuff like that. This is kind of a neat place though right here. It's a choo-choo train and they've turned it into the Conductor's Cafe. Wonderful, I love that. So there is definitely some really neat stuff through here. Very cool, I dig it. But again, quite simple at the end of the day, which should make things nice and easy for you. Pile the fields together and have some fun. You've seen the PDA itself. Now let's pop around and see if we have any new crops. Doesn't look like it. Here is your crop calendar. Pretty basic stuff through there. Animals, we have a cow barn large and a sheep barn large. As far as productions, we have 2 that are owned. We've got a large mushroom greenhouse and a large tarp greenhouse. And then we have some more available: bakery, candy factory, etc., etc., etc. You can come down through here and take a look at it yourself. As far as our vehicles, we'll go through these kind of quickly. Base game stuff through here, very basic, and it looks like we only have 1 tractor. Yeah, combine harvester, tractor, and a truck. So there you go, Maizy Farms. No required mods for this one. Now we get into vehicles. We have the Fiat 682 N4 for Pepe 978. If this looks familiar to you, we've seen this a couple times, but it is very nice to see it returning. This bad boy's got 178 horsepower manual transmission, 400 liters of fuel, goes 43 miles an hour, holds either 11,000 or 15,000 liters in the back. You also have a configuration of a license plate of the map you're playing on, or you can throw on a 60s license plate. You may notice that they are very different. So heads up through there. And then you've also got a main color here as well. There's only a few selectable colors here, and your rims, yes, they stay red. There's only 1 animation on here, and it is opening and closing of your window. Now I will say it does have a roll up feature. From inside it's a little bit more difficult to see, but on the outside not too shabby. And drives good as always. From Caston 18, the Rumbler tow car, 300 horsepower, 150 liters of fuel, 49 mile an hour, and weighs 4.1 tons. Floor, you can add that. That's a yes or no. Then we have the design color right here. This is a full color custom palette here. We'll go with a purple for the front. And then, of course, rim colors are rim colors. And, well, I've selected chrome. However, chrome was not chrome. Black is black, though. So that's, you know, there's something there. I don't know why chrome isn't chrome. Oh, it says it's metallic. Nope, it's glossy. That's the issue right there. Found it. It is a quite noisy little racket that this thing makes. So we have 1 animation where we can fold those out. And we also have tension belts as well. I hope that this is not a bad idea to try and pull one of these with the other. Let's fold those back in. Oh, it's a little heavy back there. Strap it down and go. Tell you what, it's got plenty of power though. Let's go. I can imagine this will be fairly easy to tip over. And not quite. You know what? Hey, had to work for that one. The next mod is very special, the Schäffer 4670T. This is in the telehandlers category. However, it is also a front loader, which is very, very handy in case you need one machine, but you want to use multiple tools. This is a good one to have. 66 horsepower, variable transmission, 55 liters of fuel. It goes 18 miles an hour. Wheel brands from Midas, BKT, and a trailer bow. Again, in BKT, we also have the chunky boys. Front fenders, yes or no. And then we have a full color pallet, meaning toothpaste tractor is cool beans. So here I've just got a couple buckets. So we have the Albert front loader bucket. And you can see at the very front, might be able to see when I disconnect, it shows the front loader piece there. So that's kind of neat. And we'll bring it around here. There's the base game Maizy bucket for telehandlers. And if I get close to that, boom, the telehandler attachment bit pops in the front. So a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Either way you do it, very, very nice. Next is the Jackhammer. Oh, yeah. So this is pretty... crap, it fell down. Can we put it back? Hey, there we go. It's going to fall ever so slowly. Yeah, there it goes. Whee, bam. This is a hand tool which could be used to break rocks. Very cool, very neat. It can also be strapped down, so that's awesome. Let's see. We can lease it. It's very, very cheap. Can I tab to it? No, you cannot tab to it. Well, I guess you wouldn't be able to. It's a hand tool at the end of the day, but very cool. We could pick it up and move it, although I think I have super strength turned on. Nope. No, I did not. So without that, I'm actually not quite sure how this works. Hang on a minute. Yeah, the mod description says just pick it up, and it knows whenever the perfect material is under it, and then you just lower it down and it'll chop the rock up. All right, very neat. For those John Deere fans out there, we got something for you today as well. This is the John Deere Killefer number 27 Toolbar. It is a subsoiler at the end of the day. Very nice. 8 mile per hour max speed, 1.2 tons. They call a working width of 7.5 feet. And I have no idea what that is, as it doesn't actually say. We don't even have a power requirement. There's actually quite a few things that are missing in the mod description and in the base game for this mod. It's kind of difficult to know what to use. Well, according to my handy dandy AI settings, 2.3 meters is the working width on here. And it also appears that it is a plow, not a subsoiler. We got to make sure that we start getting that right. We see that a lot with mods where some places call it subsoiler, some people call it this. I mean, a disc harrow, in the game at least, when I was growing up, that was the plow. That was the plow on the farm. So, yeah, either way, hey, it works. Still not quite sure what kind of power we're looking at here, but 4755 rocks it great. Next up, got some power harrows for you. The Valentini Mammut series. These are from the SMI modding team. Very, very cool through there. Customization options appear to be identical on these. However, we do have different widths. So we have a 7 meter and an 8 meter. There's 300 or 350 horsepower required on these. As far as your setups go, we got the cage roller, the packer roller, and then for the track braking anchors, we have a no or a yes. Very, very cool through here. Very nice to see. Next one's one of my favorite to say out loud. The Zunhammer SKE 18.5 PUD. What's a PUD? P-U-D. There you go. This is a Solar Aspirator. 180 horsepower, required 14.8 meter working width at 10 miles an hour. Holds 18,500 liters, if you couldn't tell by the name. As far as wheel brands, we have a couple different ones to choose from through there. So your favorite one is probably listed somewhere. We also have the 3-point hitch on the back, so you can hook up other tools to this as well and bypass things if you want. Next one on our list is a little bit smaller. This is the Güttler Matador 30, and this is as far in as I can zoom. I don't know why. We have some insane zoom angles on this, but the it's just what it is. I don't know. Anyway, so this can be used as a roller on the front or the back, and we have a seeding unit, which I wish I could get in closer to it. It holds 200 liters of seeds, got a 3 meter work width, at 10 miles per hour, and that seed's going to be grass and cover crop. Next one's also a roller. This is the Lizard Homemade Roller. 40 horsepower, 2.5 meter working width, at 9 miles an hour. No color options. Would be nice to see in the next version. However, very, very cool. Quite basic, but very, very cool. Next on our list, we got snowplows. 2 of them in this pack, as a matter of fact. We've got a pushing and a pulling. So one for the front, one for the back. Configurations on here, 3 meters, and we have warning plates, which could be added on. Those are going to be on towards the back, and then we also have lights. So you've got the white facing forward, red facing backwards, and then you could do an all configuration if you would like to. Plus, we could change up the setups for where the lights are, which look like the eyes of a bug, and I love it. We also have a full color customization palette here, so you can choose whatever you want, even even versatile colors, which is very cool. And they're pretty much identical setup here for the back. However, we don't have the second color. Is there a second color? Yeah, second color, rim colors. We don't have rim colors. So heads up through there. Next, something nice and helpful, the C&H front loader pack from Jolly Farms Modding. Love the name right there. So these weigh about 3/4 of a ton, and we have a New Holland version and a Case IH version. Both of these are requiring around, let's see, 120 horsepower there, 120 horsepower there. They look to be identical as far as everything's set up, but you've just got a nice front loader and a Case front loader for New Holland. Boom. Did I say those words out loud the right way? I think so. The next one on the list, you'd probably be remiss if you didn't zoom out just a hair. For some reason, goodness gracious, this one you can't zoom out enough. This is the traffic cones and barricades, and these can be purchased from the Mod Hub. So purchase these in here. Very nice to see some American-style stuff. It's not very often we see American-style warning things for the road. See these all the time. Very cool. You're going to need about 1 million of these if you want to block out Interstate 85 or 95. Just is what it is. They also say that these can stop the in-game traffic, which just means they have a collision. Now we get into placeables. We have the Mineralfeed Production, the Mineral Master. Oh yeah, check this out, man. Everything's looking good on this. I like it. So you've got your inputs over there, your outputs over here, and little guy right here, the cog. Let's take a look. So we have canola, lime, and cut sugar beets, which turns into mineral feed. You got 25,000 liters in of your canola, 10 of the lime, 20 of the sugar beet. You get 10,000 liters out. The build for it was going to take, what is that, 85? Yeah, 85 liters and turns it into 75 liters of mineral feed. You know what? Not too bad. You don't need a ton of mineral feed, but it is nice to see this. Plus, if you've got a production which makes TMR that requires mineral feed, you can actually take this, change your output to distributing, and then you won't even have to worry about taking this out. You could just make the mineral feed and then it'll send it to wherever you need for your TMR. That's pretty cool. I dig this. I think that's awesome. Oh, and you can also change its color as well. It's not very often that we have something like this where we can change the color, but if I wanted to change it up to like a dark red, for example, boom, place that down, check that out. That's pretty cool. Next mod is super cool. This is the American Barn with storage. So first off, where do we get a hold of this? Well, it's going to be in silos as the birds fly by. This will hold 500 pieces, so you'll be able to store pallets, bales, things like that. There's also a rustic barn version, but we're going to go with the cartoon red and green version. Every door opens, and over here's where you're going to be putting in, and over here's where you get out your storage stuff. So there's that door on the side. If you wanted to use the door on the front, you can easily do that. The doors open up very quickly, and the bottom is all for you. Everything down here is storage for you. Then we need to come over here. We can actually open and close that door. Does that not have a collision? Oh, it does have a collision. Well, how do you like that? Let's see. Can I close this door? Oh, can I close it and still get up? Nope. Go, crap. I can't. I'm stuck. No. Well, don't do what I did. Anyway, if we go in here, we go upstairs, we can find where all of our stuff stores. Right inside this gated area. This is where it is all going to be. And yes, all the doors open, as mentioned, so there you go. The one on the other side opens too. Yay! All kinds of cool stuff. I dig it. Next one's a bit smaller. This is the silo shed. It is a silo, 25,000 liter capacity. It can be found in grain silos. All of your standard grains can be stored here. We got some pretty cool stuff. So you pull inside and you dump onto this tarp, and then when you need to get it out, you get it out right there. Costs 10 grand. Not too shabby. Now, you know I get excited about building my own stuff. And in here we have the Bunkersilo Pack. As you know, every bunker silo has the name. However, this one's a bit different because this one is one that you build. I've just placed down a few of the items in here. We're going to go over pretty standard stuff. You have a double sheet and a single sheet. And yes, the sheets will go boop, 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 boom, 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 so on and so forth. So they do pop in, they do lock in, although I don't know why. It's kind of, it is, but it's not at the same time. I don't know, something weird's going on. I think it's my fault. Nonetheless, we do have like walls here, for example, back walls. It'll tell you it's a big wall side element, big wall middle element. So this is a middle element, so you'd want to put it in the middle. And honestly, I would put like one piece down. So let's come in here, let's delete that, and let's put in, let's see, this is the side element here, so we'll put this down on the side, boop, right there. This one is a middle element, so we'll put that in the middle. Says it overlaps with an object, so I'm going to use free build to say, get over yourself. There we go, and then we'll use another one of these, put that down about right there. I'm not doing a great job right now. And then, let's see. Big stairs right. Yeah, big stairs right. Bam. Right about there. That'll do. Actually, put that one down right. Proud of myself. And then we also have stairs, middle, so small wall element. Oh, yeah, and there's like a side element here, too. T-junctions, things like that. I'll be honest with you. This is a really cool pack. I think my problem is, though, I don't know a lot about bunker silos because I really don't use them for much, if anything, to be honest. I just take productions and turn my grass into silage, so there's that. But hey, if you wanted to build your own, you can. I don't know why, though. This one doesn't want to delete. Hello? It doesn't even know that it's a VGA. Oh. That's weird. Well, I guess it's going to have to stay there for the rest of the video. Next, we have the gas station BR, changing things up just a little bit. So there's two versions. One of them is just the placeable gas station. It is $1,000. And then the second one is $1.5 million. Now, what could be the difference? Well, the one that's $1.5 million brings you $5,200 per hour. However, it also costs $70,000 in daily upkeep per day. However, you do get free diesel out of it, so that's pretty cool. There's also a gas station right here, $250 for that. And if you're curious, you're going to be making about $125,000 a day off of fuel, or quote-unquote fuel. That's your income, so 125 minus 70,000, whatever that is. That's about what you'll be making every day. I did want to check this out. Yes, we do have free fuel over at the really expensive one, so that's nice. But I am curious, can we even get fuel from this one? It didn't say anything about it. We can. Oh, there's the tricky part. We gotta pay for it. Next to last new for all platforms, we have the garage with service. So both of these are the same, just one's green and one's gray. Would be nice to see those changes because it looks like the textures are the same. The first three doors to the left are just shed doors. However, if we go to the far right side and open that up, we get ourselves a workshop. Now, because there's really nothing else to this, this would be better off being placed into tools like all of the other workshops. However, it's, 3/4 of a shed, 1/4 of a workshop, give or take. But anything with a workshop technically should be in tools. However, this is not. It's in sheds. And lastly, we have a house that we can't go in. And should I say more? We do have a sleep trigger around one side, a carport, and a place to change your clothing. Also, if you go to rotate this, the rotating buttons are backwards, at least on consoles. I'm not sure about mouse and keyboard, but yeah. If you press like right button or right bumper, for example, it's going to turn the wrong way. Jumping over to updates for all platforms, we have the map New America. Now, quick heads up for this one, it is still showing as version 1, and it is also still showing as no changes in the mod description. However, according to guys in my Discord, it sounds like he's fixed Grandpa floating and the chimney still being there whenever you remove the house. So, there you go. However, we do have an update to Gnadenthal, and this one is showing its version 1.2, and I got some good news. A new save game is not required for it. They've updated the crop icons, added precision farming support for custom crops, added custom license plates for AI vehicles, added modified cotton harvesters to make lavender bales, ooh, very cool, added a lot of different translations, so you can go through those if you want. Reduce the amount of traffic, increase the yield of alfalfa and clover, as well as reduce the price of it. Adjusted the farmland areas near the roads, fixed not being able to harvest spelt, sell mustard oil and lavender oil, and unload crops above a certain height. More updates for Rancho Fundo version 1.1, and this one's actually at the top of the mod description. They say you do need a new save game for this. We got bug fixes, added new ground textures, and the map now comes with some rice fields installed. The last map update today is going to be New Hope version number 2. They added new crop types, rye, millet, mustard, lavender, and poppy. Added some rain puddles near the big pond. New farmer now owns farmland 4, 11, and 12. Fix the floating power lines. Power lines now have collisions. Added precision farming. Field 56 no longer teleprompts you in water? Yeah, teleprompts. Yeah, there you go. Hey, and they fixed the lime texture. We still have quite a few more updates for all platforms, including the Ponsse Forwarder Pack version 1001, vehicle slipping fix, adjusted the driving characteristics, various bug fixes, sounds revised, chainsaw holder now in the front of the stairs. We also have position lights added and hose protection color added. Valtra Valmet Series 8X50 1001. Windows and doors added via mouse control for opening and closing, optionally via interactive control. They also have interactive control added, and they've added a front loader console. Next, Fliegl Timber Runner Pack version 1002. Rim color choice fixed. From Rawson Mods, the JCB Attachments 1002. Increase the bucket unload speeds. Next, Greenhouse Wood version 1002. Updated the game to version 1901, added the ability to place water tank extensions, especially for console friends who can't have automatic water refill. Also accepts normal wood cut in the forest, so the greenhouses can also be used in forest areas to distribute or transform freshly cut wood into pallets and wood chips, and corrected some small recipes and improved the carpentry yield. One very cool mod to check out if you haven't used it already, the LiquidManureDryer. This is version 1002 of it, updated for the game 1901, fixed position of the shovel on the mod shop, and added the ability to sell the picked food into shop. Liquid fertilizer facility update 1.1, increase the input capacities and increase the production rate. A big one, the Selectable Bale Capacity Pack version 1.2, updated XML files for compatibility with game update 1.9, fixed the bales not supported error with 122 centimeter 2x round bales on the RBM 2000. Bales will ferment 3 times faster than the base game. Added the Gerval G1 F125 combi baler from the 1.8 game update, and added the Gerval G40 tank U profile bale wrapping, yeah. And we have updates to placeables. We got the old Cowshed version 1.1, fixed milk and slurry triggers and small texture changes. Shed with extra wide doors. Fixed opening wide doors. Empty pallets and box production, version 1001. Collision, empty pallets adjusted. Next one is Supermarket Productions, version 1002. Added the loose cotton to the non-food factory. Changed the pallet spawn at the creamery. As with all factories, the front row is for the box pallets and the back row for the rest. Lowered the pallet drop off the sandwich factory. Added a buying station for the creamery, liquid, dry, greenhouse, and orchard pallets. Also added a point to buy pig manure. And lastly, new spawning pallets are now liftable. You still need to use liftable pallets and bales mod by Yoast for the base game pallets. So heads up there. And your last update for all platforms today, Slurry Shaft Package version 1.1. Mod description version adapted. Fixed error when connecting the bearings and adjusted animation of the lid. Jumping over to our new ones for PC and Mac players. I got that Redrock TH280s from Fast Farming. A nice telehandler for you guys. For there, if we swing around this one, unlike the one that we had earlier for crossplay, only telehandler tools. It is much larger though as well. 120 horsepower, 185 liters of fuel, and it goes 24 miles an hour. Also weighs 13.8 tons. A couple different wheel options to choose from, so you can pick the ones you like the best. Beacon option on the back, of course. We have the pin hitch, is a yes or no around towards the back. You may as well go for it. It's $500. And then we've got a couple color options. So let's figure out what those are. Design, that's not a design, that's an exhaust. And we have rim colors, which we have a couple different ones down through there. Silver 1, silver 2, and white. In addition to the normal things that you would expect to see with this, we also have opening doors. So you can open up both of the doors as well. Pretty neat. Next one's the Metal-Fach T466. This is a big bag lifter, hooks up via 3-point hitch. So you're gonna hook that on one side, and then on the other side, you've got your hook. We do have color options to change up things, so you can change up one and change up the other. So there you go. Everything in red and blue can be swapped. Only weighs about a half a ton as well, so you can use this with smaller tractors without worrying about tipping over. If you have an excavator but you need pallet forks, this may be the one to go for. This is the Conquip Excavator Forks. We have standard and extension. Hooks up to your normal excavator attachment in Farm Sim. Nice that we have a standard one now instead of the way things used to be. Otherwise, yeah, not a whole lot to it. I know we had a Mineralfeed Production earlier, but we also have the Sano Mineralfeed, which is just a different mod completely. I'll be honest with you there. Nothing together with that one, but just figured I'd mention it. It's not generally that we get more than one mineral food thing, mod, whatever, in a single day. But hey, here you go. If you're on PC and you want branded mineral feed, we got it. Next new one for PC and Mac players is called Extended Finances. This extension adds subventions for more realism. Every day at 4 p.m., subvention are transferred depending on the economic difficulty and field size. Seasonal growth, or groth as they've put it here. This is done once for the year in January. The calculation uses average values for Germany from the EU agricultural policy. After first save, the values can be changed to XML Extended Finances in the Save Game folder. Basically, this gives you some extra money every day, which is nice. I've actually used this for the past couple games. Really enjoyed this mod, and nice to see it back. Next is the Auto Horse Care. Don't like riding horses, or maybe you're too busy for your farm and you don't have time to train them? Well, the helper will do it for you. I'm pretty sure we've got 1 or 2 other mods out that do exactly the same thing, so just a heads up there. Lastly, we've got Player Cam. This is going to extend the camera settings of the Ego Perspective with the buttons mouse wheel up and down, which is camera up and down, the mouse wheel up and down, plus the right mouse button. You have the camera FOV, and the mouse wheel up and down. Left mouse, camera rotate right and left. Also enables zooming on the vehicle's interior camera. And that is where the difference is, because we already had a mod that does like 3/4 of this, or 2/3 of this at least, but it didn't do anything inside the cabin. So this is pretty sweet. Lastly, today, only one update for PC and Mac players, the Tool Inclination Helper version 1006 fixed an issue where the previous update would break some key bindings for other mods, especially courseplay. And that is it. Those are your mods for today. Hope you enjoyed this video. Hope it helped you out. If it did, drop a like. Get subscribed if you're new. Enjoy the Go Ham fam. Double to check those notifications. That way you never miss videos like this one. It was really nice to take Saturday, Sunday, and yesterday off, and I'm so happy to be back with you guys today. Hope you enjoy these mods. Have an awesome day. We'll catch you in the next one.